I just thought it was a little out of place. I didn't think it was necessarily appropriate in this setting, and it seemed very slanted. I'm not sure why they would have a ad about frivolous lawsuits before a film, especially catered to a maybe a suburban market, which is where we are right now. We're in the suburbs. I just don't really understand what the need of having a ad such as that in this type of area. I think it's a little inflammatory. Was my take on it. I just think it's a little unnecessary. Frivolous lawsuits, but obviously the money is coming from somewhere. To put all this money into an ad campaign about frivolous lawsuits seems a little contradictory. Just my take off the head, right? So yeah, I think I would question where that money is coming from and who is pushing these ideas. It seems like a very strange thing to be doing. Definitely got my attention. It was like a 2-minute spot, I think, or something. It was noticeable. Not only was it an ad about lawsuits before a movie, it was an ad that took 2 minutes, and it was in black and white and super sappy. I don't know. It was kind of ridiculous.
I guess I was not paying attention at that time, but my boyfriend was like, this is ridiculous. So I guess that's all I heard about it, but I really didn't pay attention to the ad.
So did the ad stand out to you?
No, because I was not really paying attention. I hate basically all the ads before the movie. It's like 20 minutes of whatever, all the stuff that they either want to sell you, they want you to go watch. So I prefer not to really pay attention to them. It's just...
Cool. All right, that's it. Thanks.
I just remember it was an interesting little clip. I mean,
were you aware of the lawsuit that they talked about?
I've never heard of that lawsuit, no.
Okay, that was one of the questions. Did you take anything away from the ad? Anything stand out?
I mean, I'm supportive of getting rid of frivolous lawsuits. You know, I think it's a huge burden on our legal system, and it keeps real important cases from getting to court. So yeah.
And is that, do you think that the ad says anything about our state or our legal system?
I mean, I think it's cool to raise awareness of this the situation. So I think it was definitely something that was useful.
Just make sure it's nice and close.
Okay.
So did you see any of the pre-movie ads?
Yeah, yeah.
And do you remember the one about the little boy who got sued?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Did you remember anything about that lawsuit outside?
I remember hearing about it, yeah. I remember hearing a whole lot. I do remember it, though.
You remember it from the news or something?
Yeah, I was in Colorado, right? Yeah.
Was there anything about the ad that you remember that stood out?
Skier was standing still.
Yeah. And then I was going to see if you had any sort of thoughts about the ad. Did any of it resonate with you, or was it any of it memorable? Or?
Yeah, just because I heard about it, I mean, I thought it was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think it says about the legal system in the U.S.?
Did he win the lawsuit against the kid? I don't know.
I'm just wondering what you remember.
Let's see.
Or any thoughts about just the general theme of that ad being about unnecessary lawsuits?
Yeah.
Any thoughts about that?
How you could sue about anything, or?
Sure.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I think that's right, wrong, we care.
No, I don't really, unless it affects me, but yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Suing a little kid.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it.
Cool.
All right.
Well, it was unusual to sit in a theater because, it was pretty serious and heavy, but I thought it was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if it was weird. It just caught me off guard because it was, I came, real light, thinking I was going to see a real light movie, and I saw something, but it didn't make me, it stuck with me. I watched the whole thing. So maybe catching me off guard was a good way to get my attention. It's that it sucks. I mean, that aspect of it, it was terrible. It was very sad to think that someone could actually do that, and to a child. Yeah.
And you did feel like it did stand out amongst the others?
Yeah, because I remember it very clearly. I mean, there was a lot of stuff I was watching, but I remember I remember it very well. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was like really stupid about how the guy got like real mad at the kid just because he turned real fast and the kid had no time to react to stop or anything because he just went straight over and they both fell down and just straight up in lawsuit. So I thought it was like immature on the guy's part saying, you know, I'm gonna see you right away. He should at least like done an adult thing and thought about it and showed that he knew what he was doing. I thought it was really effective because it like I think it paused the whole audience. Like everyone's like, whoa, you know, that was a message saying, you know, like how bad the lawsuit was and bringing like our thoughts like clear to show how there's people that are like that in the world. I think it says that they'll pretty much do anything in the courts, like even over little stuff like that. I think that the legal system should have been more knowing of what happened and not just straight taking one side over the other. Yeah, I think it really stands out showing how an adult will sue a child over something that he caused. Yeah.
No, I actually wasn't aware of that.
And what are your thoughts about that lawsuit?
Interesting. First of all, the guy shouldn't have just stopped all of a sudden. You know, I think that he should take some responsibility for that. Second of all, he should have never touched the kid. So I think in that case, the parents should have probably sued him for that. But in this litigious world we are, I think it's just become outrageous. It's been egregiously nuts that we gotten to the point where everybody's suing for everything. So I feel bad for the family, and I wish them the best of luck. I think it's effective in conveying the message that lawsuits are becoming outrageous. I think it is. I think what would be helpful is if you maybe expand a little bit more on what happened to the family afterwards, you know, and what kind of consequences that occurred even after the settlement or the lawsuit occurred, so it could show more of the impact. I think that would be even better for the ad. You know, I can't fault the legal system in general. I mean, there is no perfect system out there, and our legal system is based on the Roman Empire, and it is fair at times. Unfortunately, you know, it's a matter of who's got the smoother talking lawyer sometimes, and also who's really paying attention. If the people that are up in the bench are actually paying attention to all the facts. Yeah. I think it did. I think just looking around at people around me, they were paying attention to it, and at least listening. You could hear some kind of sighs and behind it, saying, you know, agreeing that it was nuts, just outrageous.
Oh yeah, there's some little kid who was skiing down a hill and he accidentally, you know, ran over another guy's skis, and he didn't harm him in any way, but this guy's like full blown trying to sue this kid. He's only, you know, young kid. I think it's kind of bad, you know, it's kind of mean. He shouldn't have a worry in his world, you know, he should just be having fun, especially at that young age. I think it's kind of ridiculous that someone that young could be sued. I mean, what does he have? He has his parents. I mean, that's all he has. I think it's kind of ridiculous that they should be able to do that. I remember that they were going to keep threatening him until that he paid up, and that if they didn't pay up right away, that they're going to keep trying to get more and more money. That, you know, it's like, what, a 12-year-old kid? Yeah, it kind of made me depressed about the fact that you can pretty much sue about everything. I mean, we're fighting ourselves over nothing, you know? Nobody was harmed, nobody was, you know, it's kind of stupid. We shouldn't be fighting ourselves, we should be working on something else, you know, more pressing matters.
We can infer what the greater populace thinks based on a few select answers. It's very scientific, and we've both been trained in it for years.